Congratulations on your purchase of a Dayton 55 Easy pallet stacker forklift. What I'll be walking you through today is a step-by-step process for adjusting the straddle legs from a shipping position of 38 inches collapsed inside width to a working position of either 42, 46, or 50 inches. This usually only has to be done one time before the truck is put into service. First step we want to do is you got to get your battery out of the truck. In order to do that, we have to come over here, lift the lid up, and you'll see that over here on the right hand side there's a spring clip that holds it in. Simply pull back on that, let it come out, and on the other side it's just a bolt or a pin studded in there that holds it in. Simply pick up, pull out, and remove, and set aside. Our next step is to remove the battery. We got to remove the battery to get to the 8 bolts that hold the straddle legs on to the truck. In order to get the battery out, please use an approved lifting device. This is a battery handling system lifting bar rated for 6,000 pounds, more than enough to handle this battery, and use approved lifting chain. Now, in order to get this battery out, I don't want to have to lift it too high to get it over the handle, so we can simply move the handle out of the way, move it either left or right. You can pull it down out of the way. There's not enough weight on this to keep it down by itself, so I'm just going to use a simple little C-clamp right here. Just enough weight to hold the bar down, tiller bar down, and keep it out of my way. Next step is we're going to take the lift chains for the battery and remove the battery. Now, with our battery safely removed, we can now access the 21mm bolts that are inside underneath the battery compartment. These bolts will have to be removed before adjusting the straddle legs. You can safely access the 21mm bolts underneath the battery through the front carriage, with the carriage rested firmly and safely on the ground. You can either go through the load backrest, reach in and reach the bolts. You can also go right through the front hole in the carriage and get in and reach the bolts that way. You can also access the bolts with just a long extension or a long series of extensions like I have here and a breaker bar. And loosen them that way and remove them. Or you can go even further and use an air impact right in here inside the battery compartment to remove the bolts. Now, in order to get the truck up and get the weight off of your straddle legs, there is a 14mm Allen head socket that you have to screw down all the way to the floor and then go another 1/4 inch or until it stops turning to get the weight off the jack legs. Now, with your bolts removed from the outside, bolts removed from the inside of the battery compartment, and the jack leg bolt down, you can easily move the straddle leg with a decent pry bar. Once you get it wiggling, usually I like to come in about 1 foot from the end here, get the bar under where you can wiggle the straddle leg, and then just bounce it a little bit and move it out to your desired width until the holes line up and you can put the bolts back in. Now, with your bolts on the inside of the battery compartment tightened down, your 3 bolts on the outside tightened down, and your jack leg bolt raised all the way up, you're ready to put the battery back in, put the battery cover back on, and ready to put the truck into service. Good luck and stay safe.